This is 13 WMAZ Eyewitness News Midday.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Kenny Burgamy. Thank you for being with us on Thursday, October the 18th. New at noon, the head of the Cherry Blossom Festival is out. After 17 weeks as the president and CEO of Macon's Cherry Blossom Festival, Richard Brewer has resigned. Mark Stevens, a former chair of the festival and current chairman of the Keep Macon Bib Beautiful Commission, told us that Brewer resigned voluntarily but wouldn't give any details. He did say there was no misconduct involved. Stevens said that Brewer plans to return to Charleston, South Carolina, where he operated a consulting business. He also founded Chattanooga's River Bend Festival. Brewer joined the festival in Macon on June 14th after Karen Lambert stepped down. So far, there's no word on his replacement. In developing news today, a quiet Macon neighborhood rocked by yet another suspicious death. We now know the name of the woman found dead early this morning in her home. Authorities found the body of Christine Cook in the 2900 block of General Lee Road. Neighbors say she was 89 years old. The Bibb County coroner, Leon Jones, told us the death looked suspicious. Macon police were on the scene early this morning to investigate, and an autopsy will be performed by week's end. We'll have the latest developments on this story for you later today on Eyewitness News and at 13WMAZ.com. You'll remember it was less than 2 weeks ago that police were called to a home on Stinsonville Road. That's where 58-year-old Gail Spencer was found murdered in her house. You can see here on this map, it's about a half mile from the location of the latest death in that Northwoods neighborhood. An update to a developing story we followed for weeks. Tenants at one West Macon complex are finally seeing some changes. A federal inspector is expected to visit the Macon Garden Apartments today, according to the HUD agency spokesman Joseph Phillips. We first brought you the story a few weeks ago when tenants first complained about poor living conditions. Since our reports, there have been visible changes. Roads are paved, sidewalks are smoothed, and some tenants say they are relieved. According to Phillips, a federal inspector will randomly select apartments to inspect. The report will be based on cleanliness and the quality of life. Tenants received notice of the inspection a week ago, and some say that's when management stepped up maintenance.
HUD is on their way out here, so I think they're trying to get things situated, and they've been wheeling and dealing all day long, like pretty much all week long.
And they did new insulation, new hot water heater. They put in new carpet.
Phillips first said the inspectors would come yesterday, but now they'll say they'll visit the complex today. Judy Lee is covering the story. We'll have an update this evening on Eyewitness News at 5 and 6. The latest numbers from the Department of Labor indicate Georgia's unemployment rate is down. The state's jobless rate during September declined to 9%. That is down 0.2 of a percentage point from the month earlier. The 9% unemployment rate is a 5-year low, and there are fewer people considered to be long-term jobless. Both the Macon and Warner Robins metro areas added jobs during the month of September to the tune of just under 2,000. The national unemployment rate stands at 7.8%. In other job news today, Timco Aviation Services announcing it is going to provide students with paid hands-on training. Part of an agreement with 4 technical colleges in the central Georgia area. Training will include specialized courses in aircraft structural technology, among other areas. Timco will pay the students while the students get their college coursework credit. Drugs from the same Massachusetts lab that produced contaminated steroids are now being recalled at 10 central Georgia health facilities. That's according to Jennifer Jones, spokeswoman for the North Central Health District. She would not name all the 10 local businesses, but said one of them is the Forsyth Street Ambulatory Surgery Center. That's the same facility that received tainted steroids from the New England Compounding Center recently and distributed them to 184 patients. Jones said that no illnesses have been reported from that Macon clinic. She said the 10 local facilities are being notified today about this new recall. At 12:04, check the forecast. Here's David Ernst.
Kenny, good afternoon. We saw plenty of cloud cover to start the morning. We've seen a few breaks in those clouds develop right over Macon, but most of middle Georgia still socked in with those overcast skies. We will still see the opportunity for a stray rain shower or thunderstorm or two this afternoon. Not a great rain chance, but some of us may see a little bit more. But like I said, not a lot going to be happening this afternoon. Skies will clear out tonight, and it will turn colder after a frontal boundary passes through the area. We'll see our lows down in the mid to upper 40s. So a chilly start to Friday morning, but Friday afternoon looking nice. Plenty of sunshine, highs in the mid to upper 70s. A preview of your weekend forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
There's 19 days to go until Election Day 2012, and both candidates for president hitting the campaign trail in the battleground states very hard today. CBS News has the very latest.
President Obama headed to Manchester, New Hampshire this morning to rally supporters and sway undecided voters. The president and Republican challenger Mitt Romney are both making a push for women's votes in the final weeks of the campaign.
This is a presidency that has not helped America's women. And as I go across the country and ask women, what can I do to help? What they speak about day in and day out is, help me find a good job.
Recent polls show Romney making gains with women voters, but his comment at Tuesday's debate about hiring women as Massachusetts governor is still drawing fire.
They brought us whole binders full of women.
Romney apparently meant to say binders full of women's resumes. Democrats are on the attack.
The idea here to go and ask where a qualified woman was, he just should have come to my house. He didn't need a binder.
The Republican White House hopeful will spend most of his day preparing for Monday's third and final debate on foreign policy. President Obama and Governor Romney will also be on the same stage tonight.
Both candidates will speak at the annual Alfred E. Smith Memorial Dinner in New York. The charity event is usually a lighthearted gathering that allows them to poke fun at themselves and each other. Tomorrow, both men return to the campaign trail with more stops in the battleground states that will decide this very close race.
Again, the final presidential debate is Monday night from Boca Raton, Florida. We'll have it here on 13 WMAZ. Speaking of politics, you may have seen advertisements from Congressman John Barrow showing off his gun collection and telling voters about his endorsement from the National Rifle Association. They broadcast on this station. Barrow is in a tough re-election fight against Republican Lee Anderson. We've tried to schedule a debate between Barrow and Anderson, but Anderson has declined. Tonight on Eyewitness News at 6, we'll present an extended interview with Congressman Barrow, and we plan to do the same next week with Anderson. Today's 13WMAZ.com web poll question is asking, does a candidate's endorsement by the NRA affect your vote? So far, 31% of you say yes, 69% say no. To vote now, visit our website, 13WMAZ.com. Look for the question on the right side of the homepage. While you're online voting today on the web poll, check out our top stories right now at 13WMAZ.com. They are a White History Month flyer causing controversy on the Mercer campus. Houston County Sheriff says a burglar tried to poison a homeowner's dog. At a helicopter search nabs 2 car thieves. You can read those stories in their entirety right now at 13WMAZ.com. For viewers watching online, thanks for being with us today. Come back on Friday, will you? Stories ahead for viewers on television. It's layaway time. Are you stocking up for the stocking stuffers this holiday? We'll tell you which big box store is going to make it easier for you. And after the opening bell today on the New York Stock Exchange, stocks trading mixed at this midday hour. During another busy day of earnings reports, we'll have more financial news following this break. Hold on.